In this video, I'm going to talk about symbolism in literature. And for this video, I've chosen one particular symbol from one particular book. The book I'm going to talk about is the book The Scarlet Letter, which was written by Nathaniel Hawthorne and which is about a scarlet letter. And the scarlet letter from this book is also the symbol I want to discuss. So now I'm going to explain more closely what the book is actually about. It is a book that is set in mid-17th century colonial America. So you should imagine that the Pilgrim Fathers moved to America and there they set up communities and towns. And in one such town, this book is set. So the Pilgrim Fathers were very strictly religious and they had quite strict laws against indecency. And that's the situation in which this book is set. So the book starts with Hester Prynne, and Hester Prynne is a woman who lives in Boston in the mid-17th century. And Hester Prynne has committed adultery. And as a punishment, Hester Prynne has to wear a scarlet letter A, the A for adulterer, on her clothes. So a red letter so that everybody could see this is someone who has committed adultery. But the interesting thing about this letter A is that it shifts meaning over time, and that it is not really a punishment after all, because even at the start of the book we see that the letter A is not just a normal letter A. Let me read something from the earliest chapter of the book about this letter that she has to sew on her gown. On the breast of her gown, in fine red cloth, surrounded with an elaborate embroidery and fantastic flourishes of gold thread, appeared the letter A. It was so artistically done and with so much fertility and gorgeous luxuriance of fancy that it had all the effect of last and fitting decoration to the apparel that she wore, and which was of a splendour in accordance with the taste of her age. So what we see here is that the letter A is not really a punishment, but it really looks good on her. So the letter A is something that becomes part of Hester Prynne's life. Still, she is shunned by the community. She also has a daughter out of that adulterous relationship that she had. So it's very difficult for her. But the scarlet letter becomes a symbol throughout the book. And although it was first intended as a punishment, we see that the meaning shifts over time, as I said. For instance, there is an example of Native Americans coming to the town and they see the letter and they think, hey, it's so beautiful, this woman must be really important. So they think that the letter is actually something of a sign of importance because it's so nicely done. It becomes a positive thing. And then after time and time, Hester Prynne leaves the colony for a while and then she returns and she is doing a lot of charity for the town and she becomes a respected member of the town even though she's an adulterer, so she should be shunned. But then the people start talking about the letter A as, hey, it doesn't really stand for adulterer anymore, but it stands for able. It shows that Hester Prynne is somebody who has unique qualities, who's really good at sewing. So the A on Hester Prynne's cloth now means able, and it has become a really beautiful thing. And to finish up with this video on the letter A, the scarlet letter, I want to read something from the last chapter of the book, when Hester Prynne returns to the town and people look up to the letter A and they say, the book says, it's not a type of something to be sorrowed over. And the people of the town looked up with awe and yet with reverence too. So they actually look up to the letter A that was intended to be a punishment. So here we see a symbol and the meaning of that symbol changes throughout the book. And I think it's just a really interesting story, and the letter A sort of goes with the journey that Hester Prynne makes throughout the book. So Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you enjoyed the video.